I just bought more Bitcoin in this correction. I'm going to tell you exactly my playbook. Now, my name is Mike with Mr. No Fluff at myrealestatedojo.com. And anything I say here is just my opinions. It's not financial advice. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm actually a refugee that came to America and was lucky enough to follow his heart and turn $100 into multi-millions of dollars, and eventually donated most of it to the homeless because I wasn't happy. So today we're going to be talking about how and why I bought more Bitcoin. Now, if you could, please click the like button. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you had for lunch. If you bought Bitcoin, if you sold Bitcoin, anything, because it does help out the algorithm. Thank you so much, and thanks for being here. So now, exactly, what are my thoughts about Bitcoin, even though we had a massive capitulation, we had massive crash in altcoins and Bitcoins. Now, personally, I've already had 6 sessions of profits when the market was going up. Now, when we had this massive drop just the past few days, I personally thought that, the risk and reward factor was not enough for me to take my own personal cash and buy Bitcoin. However, what I did is I flipped the bicycle that and you can see the picture here. I flipped the bicycle that I paid $100 for, and then I sold this bicycle for $547. And instead of selling it for cash, I sold it for Bitcoin, right? Because I knew that, this is a flash crash, so there's an opportunity to make money, but I wasn't willing to put my own cash into it, right? Because, I think we're at the very end of the cycle. And yes, if you look back historically, most of the gains are made at the end of the cycle. But again, I'm not a greedy dude. I've already made 6 profit sessions where I sold into the top of the market. So I said, you know what? It doesn't sound bad to put $100 into it and actually get $547 worth of Bitcoin for my $100, because that's like 547% return of my original $100. So what I did is I bought this bike for $100. I flipped it to a guy on Facebook, and he came and paid $547 for this bike in Bitcoin. And here's a great story, because this gentleman had bought Bitcoin back in 2014 when Bitcoin was roughly about $200, and he only put $10, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 10 to 15 into Bitcoin, because he was a college student and that's all the money he had. And the amazing thing is that his Bitcoin investment of $10-15 had growth into over $1,000. So he basically bought my bike at $547 for about $5. So it was a very cool situation, because he won, because he invested in Bitcoin. All he had was like 10 to $15 in college, and he bought it in 2014, and he just huddled it. And in 2021, he was able to buy a really nice bike for just $5. And it was awesome for me, because I bought this bike for $100 and I sold it for $547. But instead of collecting U.S. trash dollars that are, getting diluted because of all the printing the central banker is doing here in America, like the Fed, I decided to take a risk with my $100 and multiply by buying Bitcoin, because I sold my bike for Bitcoin. So now I'm sitting at $547, or actually I should say $447 of free Bitcoin. With $100 I invested, I got 500 back, 547. 100 was my own money, $447 worth profit, but I got all of it. I put my profit and my original capital, and I got Bitcoin because I accepted Bitcoin. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to huddle this $547 Bitcoin, to the very, very top, now, and dump it at that specific time. Now, I don't know if this is the end of the bull market and we're heading into a bear. That's why I wouldn't put my own money into it at this flash crash that we just had, right? Because I've already had positionings, and I'm up and I made money, and the risk and reward was not that great for me. I didn't want to buy Bitcoin at $30,000 when I had bought it at $3,500, and I didn't want to buy Bitcoin at $35,000 or $30,000, whatever. I knew I could wait, and when the bear market hits, and we have a 3 or 4 year bear market, I can get into the positioning again, deploy my money, get into the positioning when Bitcoin is not cool. So that's why I didn't want to deploy measure of my own money into Bitcoin in this late of a cycle. And on top of that, because, I'm very speculative, I'm very worried. Well, I'm not worried because I don't have any money into it, but, because of Bitcoin, I am worried about the stock market, because if the stock market crashes, then it's going to, kill the Bitcoin rally. So this is how I was able to get Bitcoin totally for free without putting my own money into it, and not only turn my $100 into $547. So I feel like I won multiple ways, because I turned $100 into $547, which that's like 547% return. On top of that, I'm huddling the Bitcoin. There's only, so many Bitcoins out there. And if I don't sell it at this cycle, because let's say the market keeps falling down and we go into a bear cycle, I'll just huddle it 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years to the next cycle, and I'll sell it for even more. Or if the market keeps going up, right? Because I don't have a crystal ball. If the market keeps going up, then I bought in the flash crash without using my own money, using what I call the new flip. Now, if you guys are interested in learning how to flip bicycles to get Bitcoin for free, or if you're interested in, flipping bicycles to make massive profit margins, like I just said, I bought a bike for 100, sold it for 547, then you should check out what's called the new flip. There should be a link below where you can go and download my newest book, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers to buy their bikes at a deep, deep discount, and then bring it to the market and sell it, at fair market prices, so you can make big sums of money. And I've been doing this for quite a while now. I actually wrote a book. I've had many successful students reach out to me. So if you're looking for a side hustle, go check out the new flip, guys, at myrealestatedojo.com, or there should be a link below. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts below. And don't forget, and always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. And don't forget, gang, if you're interested in real estate, buying houses subject to wholesaling, flipping houses, then go to My Real Estate Dojo and download my free book. The name of it is called Start Where You Stand. Totally for free. Peace.